My mom was placed in a nursing home by the family. Uh, I'm the power of attorney. Last September, so is that 10 months ago? In April of 2025, 3 months ago, I made a video on 20 lessons from that. Okay. And it's been a great video, a lot of comments on it. I'm going to link it. Okay. So you may want to look at that first. It's on deciding to put your loved one in a nursing home, how to select one, what I've learned, how to be present and show up, how, it makes a big impact on the level of care and the quality of care, handling doctors, medications, pain, how to negotiate the price, which is worth the price of listening to that video. Price is negotiable. All the paperwork, all the records, it's a complicated mess. One of the best things I did was create an Excel spreadsheet for every single day mom was in the nursing home or she was admitted to the hospital. Maybe they go home, in your case, but mine didn't. But you need to be able to recreate what happened, who's paying, and where all your exclusion periods fall and deductibles, things like that. It's complicated because you have the long-term care facility, you have Medicare paying for, their portion, like 20 days. After you have I think it's a 3-day stay in the hospital. Double check me on that. But then you have long-term care insurance, you got doctors, you got hospitals. If they happen to go to the hospital, mom did a couple times during her stay. You got a different prescription provider, one that is accepted by the long-term care facility. And then you got some outsourced treatment like occupational therapy, physical therapy, that may not be paid through the nursing home. They pay you direct. I'm telling you, it's complicated. Um, Add to this, the Medicare sends out their statements and billing quarterly. So you got things that are 90 days later happening. The long-term care facility bills you monthly, Medicare every quarter. Get good at this part-time job of managing your expenses and the Excel spreadsheet. I'm telling you, get one started. Okay, now, my mom passed away in April. This video today is on what's happening with long-term care insurance since then, final billing, and any lessons that I learned. So a long-term care insurance provider, they actually did great, but they paid for about 2.5 months of mom's time, of her 6.5 months. 6.5 months, 2.5 was paid by long-term care insurance. 1 month was essentially Medicare and the supplement my mom had, so 1 month Medicare, and 3 months was an exclusion period. Okay, so exclusion period means that's kind of the deductible. You don't get paid anything by the long-term care insurance for till those are both met. So essentially 4 months. The long-term care insurance provider, we got a check from them in June, 8 months after mom first entered the nursing home. This was a skilled care nursing home. So 8 months later. So the reason I'm saying this is you got to front a lot of money. Even if you're covered by long-term care, that's paid in arrears after all these delays of Medicare and the exclusion period, and after they conduct a study to make sure it's legitimate. 8 months later, we got our first check. So be prepared for that. Should you buy long-term care insurance? Personal decision. Here's some of the facts that I found. One, there's always a lifetime max. Mom's was $300,000, so $300,000 was the maximum they were going to pay. 57% of people that enter a nursing home stay over 100 days. So let's just say half stay over 100 days. 43%, that's just math, stay fewer than 100 days. 9% of residents stay longer than 1 year, according to Leading Age New York. So that was the article. So you got a 1 in 10 chance of staying over 12 months. And the first 4 months is not covered. So you decide. I'll talk about that in a second. Billing update. Mom died 3 months ago, and we have yet to get the final bill from the nursing home. I thought I owed them money. No, I got that backwards. I was on them initially because I thought they owed us money. We paid for the whole month of April, and Mom died in early April. So I'm saying, hey, where's my money? Where's our money? But now with some of the billing that has come in, weeks and months later for occupational therapy, physical therapy, medications that has come in later, I believe now we owe them money. So I'm less excited to really push them to give me a bill. They have not given us a bill. I've just been sending emails, having phone calls, trying to get some money. And then when I figured out that we owed them money, I'm saying, I'm going to wait for you to bill me. Now, stories from relatives say, they laughed at me. They said it's going to be 1 to 2 years before everything gets resolved. 1 to 2 years. Keep good records. 2 years from when Mom was in the nursing home, I got to remember who pays what and when, what we agreed to. Again, the Excel document, day by day, where Mom is, who's paying, priceless to recreate it. So my takeaways. Mom paid into long-term care insurance for 30 years. She got 2.5 months covered. That's anecdotal, but wow. It's just, no, she didn't get her, wasn't a good deal for Mom. Number 2, take good care of your health. That's my lesson. Eat right, great nutrition, 1-ingredient foods, exercise, take all the preventative care you can for your health span. Long-term care insurance, would I buy it? I get asked this a lot. I always look when I'm buying something, I always got to remind myself there's somebody on the other side of that deal. They're not just providing this service to you so that they can pay for your long-term care insurance. They're betting that they're going to get the best deal here, okay? And, if you agree to a premium amount, there's no saying that they won't increase that premium amount, okay? Or reduce the coverage or reduce the lifetime max. My mom's policy had an unlimited lifetime max, and they reduced that to $300,000, and they increased their premiums several times over that 30-year period. But you got all that sunk money, right? And you're like, gosh, I don't want to throw away all that money. The odds are, I don't think you're going to get the money. Like I said, 1 in 10 people stay over 100 days in that. No, a year. 1 in 10 stay over 12 months. 1 in 10 stay over 12 months. So that means 9 out of 10 don't. So I'm looking at, hey, how do I finance the first year? And I'll take my odds with that and do self-funding. Anyway, that's my plan, is to self-fund. The people at the facilities, the long-term care facility and the insurance people, all great to deal with. Just a paperwork nightmare. I'm not blaming anyone, but it's a paperwork nightmare. Make sure you keep great records. Long-term care insurance, I can only say what I'm doing. I'm not buying it. I don't think it's a good value. I'm self-insuring because of the odds. There's a lot of marketing out there saying, hey, 70% of the people are going to need long-term care. Well, if that's 1 day of physical therapy in your home, that's your long-term care. Okay. If it's 1 day in a nursing home, that's your long-term care. Okay. If a relative has to help you out in your home, that's long-term care. So that 70% is scary. Make sure you dive a little deeper in that. Go into ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, type in your questions and see if it makes sense for you to buy long-term care insurance. Make sense? Show out.